The morning after, the night before, Liverpool won, Everton 0 at Anfield last night, and oh my goodness, what a huge, humongous win that is for the Reds. Going into that game, I was nervy because obviously, derby games, you just never know what will happen. Obviously, form goes out the window. Everton were unbeaten in 9, I think, going into that one. And we had obviously just came off the Carabao Cup defeat to Newcastle. So I thought going into that game yesterday, it was going to be a very, very tough game. Everton were on a very, very good run as well. Starting 11, obviously we saw Kelleher start ahead of Alisson, which I think Slot had said beforehand that obviously Alisson was touch and go before the game was going to begin anyway. But again, I thought Kelleher had a good game. Maybe that might be his last appearance in the Liverpool shirt. Caoimhin Kelleher. You just don't know. But going into the first few minutes, started brightly. Really started really brightly on the front foot. I suppose the biggest talking point of the game has to be the James Tarkowski non-red card. 100% a red card. If anyone has not seen this tackle, honestly, Tarkowski wins the ball. Okay, Tarkowski wins the ball completely. There's no denying he wins the ball. It's just his action after it. The follow through on Mac Allister. If Mac Allister's leg is planted down on the ground, that is a leg breaker. It is a potential leg breaker. And can I just say as well, Sam Barrott, I know that people would say that this is a bit too big a game for him. That was his first Merseyside Derby. We obviously saw what Michael Oliver did the last time when he was referee for the Merseyside Derby. But Sam Barrott, look, inexperienced ref, inexperienced game. I think you've got to say it is very, very inexperienced ref to do this type of game. But it's 100% a red card. I mean, there's no way Tarkowski would go into that follow through, and you knew what he was doing. You knew what he was doing as well. You look at the snide sort of look on his face when he goes into that challenge on Mac Allister, and honestly, how Sam Barrott he is looking directly at it, and you have to say, it's an absolute shocking decision. Now, obviously, it hasn't benefited the result. But if that was like a 0-0 draw, we'd be talking about it. If it was, if Tarkowski had maybe gone on and maybe got an equaliser or a winner or something like that, then it would be talked about. But it's going to be swept under the carpet, if you want to say. And I'm going to say this now. Can we get bloody Paul Tierney, yes, Paul Tierney, off Liverpool games? The guy completely hates us. You can quite clearly see it. On VAR last night, why was Sam Barrott not taken to the monitor? Why? Why was Sam Barrott not taken to the monitor? You take him to the monitor, Tarkowski's gone. Tarkowski gone. But no. Paul Tierney says check complete. Can you just get him off PGMOL? Can you just get him off our games? Honestly, just get him off our games. So that was obviously the other talking point. I've got to say, Everton did have a couple of good chances. Obviously they had a very narrow Beto goal rolled out for offside. And I think when you look at it as well, it is very, very marginal. He has just gone slightly ahead of Van Dijk and Konate, so we've got a bit fortunate there. And then I don't know what Van Dijk's doing. He's on the halfway line, and Beto is running on, and Van Dijk tries to get back. And Beto runs, and if you get chances at Anfield in derbies, you have to take them. And Beto does everything right, beats Kelleher, but he hits the frame of the post. It was a really, really good opportunity for Everton to obviously take the lead. But no, look, what I think you've got to say that if Everton had taken the lead, I think it would have been a very, very interesting game had that gone through. And I think as well, if that had gone in, it would have been a very, very different game, because I think Beto did have a couple of opportunities yesterday, and to be fair, Everton did probably were the better team in the first half. You know, I know we looked sluggish, we looked really, really void of ideas last night, but then second half comes and yeah, the same team comes out. Obviously, you know, it was obviously Diaz, Jota, Salah, the front three, and yeah, look, I've got to say, the winning goal. There is a slight hint that Diaz was potentially offside. I think you kind of look at it. I think it kind of evens out. You know, I think we've got away with that, and you know, obviously Jota, who has been not in great form, but hopefully that goal will give him the world of good. And it was a lovely finish. Typical Jota, really. Gets the ball, goes past a couple of players, and slots it past Jordan Pickford in the Everton goal, and that was a very, very important goal at that point, because I think after that we were in the ascendancy. We were trying to get more opportunities as well. I've got to say, I think Mikalenko did mark Salah very, very well out of the game. I've got to say. So continue on, and then again, it was almost like Everton did have chances. Everton did have their sort of their breakaway counter attacks that they had a chance to try and get a goal. But no, look, I think you've got to say after that, obviously 1-0. I predicted 1-0 actually. I did actually say to a couple of people, I think this might be one of those games where one goal will win it, and obviously it was very, very good for us. But yeah, huge win. And then there was another decision which absolutely baffled me. So the referee is blown up for a foul from Tim Ibugurum, I think that's how you say it, on Dominic Szoboszlai. Darwin Nuñez I don't think he even hears the whistle. Doesn't even hear the whistle. Jordan Pickford, honestly, I need to be careful what I say, but Jordan Pickford comes out basically flying like the guy that he always is. Takes out Darwin Nuñez, ball's going away. Jordan Pickford nowhere near the ball. Darwin Nuñez basically fouled, and the referee decides it's a yellow card for Darwin Nuñez for getting back onto the pitch for unsportsmanlike behaviour. Even I'm baffled at that. So basically Jordan Pickford is basically allowed to come out and absolutely poleaxe Darwin Nuñez. Absolutely allowed to poleaxe Darwin Nuñez and basically get away with punishment. It honestly, that decision baffled me completely. I know that there was a free kick, obviously, blown up earlier on for Dominic Szoboszlai, but play on. Liverpool were in a very, very good position. Darwin Nuñez gets to the ball, gets it past Jordan Pickford, and Jordan Pickford, as I said, poleaxed Darwin Nuñez. Now, again, probably a penalty, probably sending off for Jordan Pickford. But no. Referee decides, Darwin Nuñez gets a yellow card for coming on. And then, as the 90th minute came on, well, that Japanese warrior, Wataru Endo, comes on and sees the game out. And it is a massive, massive win for Liverpool. 4 wins to go. Basically, Fulham on Sunday, West Ham again next Sunday, Leicester on Easter Sunday, and then potentially the title-winning game could be Tottenham Hotspur. But as I said, I'm not getting ahead of myself because everything can still change from now and then. I know that Everton have Arsenal on Sunday, but massive win. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and also let me know about the 2 decisions, the Tarkowski non-red and obviously Darwin Nuñez getting poleaxed by Jordan Pickford. But please give a like, share and subscribe. Do what you can to support the channel, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye for now. You'll never walk alone. Get in!